scientists can't explain it. Not fully. A man presses his back flat against a wall, knees at 90 degrees, feet planted. He holds that position for 2 minutes. In those 2 minutes, his lymphatic system flushes, his growth hormone triples, his blood pressure drops more than it would after a 3-mile run. This is not exercise. This is not rehabilitation. This is not a fitness trend. Ancient cultures encoded this posture into their medical traditions thousands of years before the word cardiology existed. They understood something about the human body that modern medicine is only now beginning to quantify. What they called the fierce seat, science now calls the most effective blood pressure intervention ever measured. This is only the first layer. After the age of 45, the body begins a slow biological renegotiation. Growth hormone, the repair signal, drops 14% every decade. By 55, most men are operating at roughly half the GH output of their 30s. The body's capacity to rebuild tissue, oxidize stored fat, and consolidate deep sleep diminishes with it. The lymphatic system, which has no pump of its own, depends entirely on muscular movement to circulate. A sedentary man in his 50s may be moving his lymph fluid at a fraction of its optimal rate. Immune surveillance slows. Cellular waste accumulates. Inflammation becomes chronic rather than acute. The quadriceps, the largest muscle group in the body, begin to atrophy. Research now identifies quadriceps strength as the single strongest physical predictor of all-cause mortality in men over 45. Men in the lowest strength quartile carry a 30 to 40% higher risk of death within a decade. Not from muscular causes, from everything. Cardiovascular disease, metabolic collapse, falls, organ failure. The body's largest engine is going quiet, and most men are being told to walk more. Walking helps, running helps, cycling helps. But in 2023, a team of researchers at Canterbury Christ Church University ran the most comprehensive meta-analysis of exercise and blood pressure ever assembled, and they found something that stopped the field. There was one modality that outperformed them all. It had no moving parts. The ancients called it Utkatasana, the fierce seat, the dangerous chair, a posture of absolute stillness under absolute internal pressure. The ancient mechanism revealed. Utkatasana translates from Sanskrit as fierce or dangerous, not because the posture is violent, but because the forces it generates within the body are immense. Ancient yogic lineages did not use this posture for flexibility or strength. They used it as an internal cleansing practice. Specifically, they associated it with the activation of apana vayu, the downward moving force, the purifying wind. Vedic medical texts describe apana vayu as the energy responsible for expelling waste from the lower body. Modern anatomy offers a precise translation. The quadriceps, hamstrings, and gluteal complex house approximately 40% of the body's lymph nodes. When these muscles are placed under sustained isometric compression, they create a mechanical pressure wave through the surrounding lymphatic tissue. When the muscle releases, even microscopically as it fatigues, lymphatic fluid surges forward through the vessels. This is a pump, not metaphorical, mechanical. The body's own architecture activated by stillness. Shaolin monks used the same posture, the horse stance, not as a strength exercise, but as a practice of internal repair. They described it as building the foundation of the internal organs. The biology beneath that description is now legible. Isometric compression of the lower body creates the largest lymphatic flush achievable without sustained aerobic effort. The second mechanism is anabolic. When the largest muscle group in the human body is placed under sustained tension, the hypothalamus receives a load signal and triggers growth hormone release. Research documents this surge at 3 to 4 times resting GH levels, comparable to the post-exercise spike from high-intensity interval training.